Hello, collective. It's Satya, back with another reading, back with another message. Getting my ambiance going. Got myself some, didn't buy them. I found them. I'm committing to my advice of saving money and not being indulgent, okay? But I pulled out my little charcoal briquettes, and I've got my resin incense. So I think this is frankincense burning. But I am back with another message. We're going to be pulling some from the Moon Oracle cards. And this is going to be a message for our air moon folks. So this is the last quarter moon. We're coming up closer and closer to the new moon. This is going to be a message for individuals who have an air moon. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So if that's you, listen up. The moon's light is lessening, and her face is now half light, half dark. This is a time in the cycle of the moon when a critical phase is reached, and you are faced with the challenge of setting up new ideas or concepts to replace the old established ones. You can no longer live in the past, you must adapt. When this moon is the current moon selected from the moon tables, the zodiac signs below give a further interpretation. Moon in Gemini. There is a need to go back to school, as it were, to take in new information and to find out just what the rest of the world is thinking. Moon in Libra. At this time, you will spend more time with close friends, discussing and searching out different points of view. You are becoming aware of new paths and new doorways to the future. Moon in Aquarius. This is a time to break the habits of the past and replace them with new methods of doing things and a new set of ideas. It is a time to confront complacency. So this keyword here is challenge, and it definitely sounds like some of our air moon individuals might be confronted with a new challenge, setting up new ideas, replacing old established ideas, habits, patterns, thoughts, ways of thinking. This is a time to learn something new, right? They said go back to school, not necessarily school, but if that's up your alley, go ahead and enroll, child. But to take in new information, discuss and search out different points of view, break habits of the past, replace them with new methods of doing things and new ideas. So that's the energy that we've got for this quarter moon. We'll pull a couple oracle cards to get us started, and then you guys know the rest. So, new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of thinking, breaking old patterns, developing new habits. That's good for everybody, you know? If you stick too long with what you've always done, you'll fall behind the times, you know? Everything changes. Gratitude. And they say also, you know what, if you want to have something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. If you stick with doing the same thing, you're going to have what you've always had. So this sounds like, you know, change is coming your way, or change is set to come your way. Divine masculine. All right, well, the divine masculine is about, shadow work. And as we have the light, shadow and light. So I think, you know, divine masculine is about, it's definitely logic over feeling, head over heart. Divine masculine, it's about implementing and creating change, right? right? Destruction and creation. Gratitude, of course, is being thankful, grateful, appreciative for the things that we have, for the experiences that we've gone through, right? Also showing gratitude for missing and dodging some of those bullets, right? For not going through certain things, for not having to experience certain events, right? And of course, shadow is, the creepy, scary things that hide in the dark. Shadow work, right? Especially coming up out of this full moon, this was very much about shadow work. And so this could, I think the way I'm interpreting this is definitely about coming out of this full moon in Scorpio and the lunar eclipse, having done that shadow work, right? Embracing the divine masculine to destroy patterns and habits that no longer serve us and create something new with gratitude. I hope that is what you guys have been doing. It's definitely that's way too many cards off the bat. There was like, what, 7? We put these bad boys big. But that is definitely what the cards were asking us to do. It was about rethinking, analyzing. Mercury retrograde in Taurus is asking us to rethink, right? Our habits, our patterns. What are we doing that's working and what are we doing that's not working? On the bottom of the deck is seek and ye shall find. Again, an energy of contemplation, thinking, soul searching, enlightenment. What's working? What's not working? What do we need to do? Where do we need to go? How is this working out for us? And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Life goes in cycles, gives us what we need to learn. This is karma. This is the lesson of life. This is the ups and downs. When we're up, and we've got the luck, we've got the happiness, we've got the joy, and on the way down, right, we need to hold on. The parachute of gratitude eases us off the top of the wheel down on the bottom, and it's gratitude, right? It's being thankful for the things that we do have and the experiences that we do have, that gets us through the bad times to come back up on the top. The Tower. Ego shakeup, ego destruction, chaos, pain, big changes, things that are no longer meant for us, old ways of thinking, right, being destroyed so that we can make way for the new. The Knight of Cups, being able to see below the surface, being receptive and having a level of emotional maturity, not quite as emotionally mature as, say, the King of Cups, but definitely having the ability to respond to your emotions, to love, to life, to the lessons that life has for us, and use that in a productive way, right? And then the Knight of Cups, we have the Knight of Swords, sort of impulsive action, really jumping to conclusions, kind of bold and speaking your mind, even if it might hurt, jumping in, tactless communication, definitely tactless communication. Whereas the Knight of Cups is responsive, sensitive communication. Five of Swords, walking away from defeat, accepting defeat, knowing that whatever this is, it's not for you. No longer being deceived, right? Walking away from a deception, moving away from a sabotage. Two of Swords, torn between two ideas, two things. Avoiding a decision, or kind of being unable to make a decision because because it's blocked. Because you're blocking yourself, right? Because really when it comes down to choices, it's your choice, rock or hard place. They both suck, but it's your choice. And so I think we could kind of switch this like this here and have an energy of, right, this energy of being blocked, having to make a difficult choice. And if we're again tying this back to the Moon Oracle card, this is about needing to change, review, revise our thinking, our patterns, our habits. Behaviors are a byproduct of our thoughts, right? What you think about consistently, you develop a strong belief of. You tend to act in ways that you think about. If you think you're stupid, oh, I'm so stupid, oh, I can't do this, I can't, I'm not smart enough, I'm not big enough, I'm not wise enough, then you create a mindset that will reflect in your behavior, in your actions, in your words, that you're not good enough, you can't do it. Then you won't go after those opportunities. You won't step up and take that challenge. And so I think this is, y'all better go ahead and like this damn video, okay? Because I know what the hell I'm talking about. This is talking about doing that shadow work. Doing that shadow work. Coming off of the tail of the full moon in Scorpio, which is all about shadow. Doing the work, digging deep, thinking, analyzing, contemplating, and reflecting on the deepest, darkest parts of how we think, how we act, what's been going on in our lives, and how we have manifested those secret, deep, dark things in our 3D tangible life as we move into Taurus, because that's what it's about. Your actions and behaviors in the 3D, and how that's creating a level of stability or instability for you. And once we've done the shadow work, right, which is these swords, being torn between these two ideas, these two things, being unable, unwilling to accept the truth, having a sense of blocked emotions, your pathway is blocked. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. 5 of Swords, deception, sabotage, lies, dishonor, ill will. So stop thinking, stop sabotaging, stop deceiving ourselves, stop thinking negative, stop being tactless, stop jumping in and making these silly impulsive decisions. It's time to, right, step up to the challenge, reassess, rethink, reanalyze things in your life, habits that you've developed, ways that you behave, and create, with the divine masculine energy, create a new pathway of gratitude, of light, of enlightenment, right? Of the Wheel of Fortune. Because, again, divine timing, karma. Life goes in cycles. What you give, you get back. If you think negative, you manifest negative. If you think you cannot, then you cannot. If you think you can, then you can. If you think, I can do this, I can try, this is what I need, okay, I can do it, then you'll be much more likely to step up to the challenge and go. And with this sort of energy over here, right, this gratitude type of energy, I think what this is really saying is, if you think you can, then you can. If you come from a place of gratitude, right, the Tower will bring endings in your life of these shadows, right? The shadows will come to an end. You'll be able to destroy, move away from all of these negative habits, all of this chaos, all of this pain that we may have really drawn up and began to study on during that full moon. That's what the message of the full moon was, to do the shadow work and maybe go through an ego death. Those are fun. Ego deaths, boy. But you know what? That ego death, that's on the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, right? And once it's at the bottom, you can only go up from there. And once you've gone through that cycle, once you've done the shadow work and you've sort of created new ways of thinking, right? Creation and destruction, logic over emotions. Once you make the right choice, destroying what's not serving you and what's keeping you in the shadow, and you've created new patterns, new habits to bring yourself into the light, you now can move from a Knight of Swords energy into a Knight of Cups energy. Being amiable, being intelligent, being more emotionally balanced, coming from a place of compassion and love, being more sensitive, being more refined, being able to, look at that, Knight of Swords, right there. I think this came out in reverse. Restless, unfocused, burned out, not having direction, unpredictable, being, having a disregard for consequences, right? And once you get rid of that, you'll be able to connect with others and yourself in a much more compassionate way. You'll be able to, Queen of Cups, someone who is nurturing, someone who is emotional, someone who is sensitive, someone who knows the value of compassion, someone who has, someone who has healed themselves. Shuffle these again. Someone who has healed themselves, nurtured themselves, poured into themselves, and has come out on the other side of that work to be emotionally stable, right? To be someone who, Ace of Swords. This is confusion. This is chaos. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Divine love, harmony, passion, fulfillment, contentment, love, support. I think as we kind of connect these cards back to this waning air moon, this is talking about, right, how you think needing to undergo a level of revision, right? How we think immediately connects to how we behave, the world. Seeking personal closure. No shortcuts. Things are incomplete. So there may be a level of, there may be something, that you've been thinking about. Oh, I saw it. There it is, the devil. Releasing limiting beliefs. Having dark thoughts, having obtrusive thoughts. Feeling bound to ideas, feeling bound by, addictions, having being resentful, feeling controlled. But the individuals, if you can see here on the card, they have chains around their neck. And so they seem like they're bound to the devil, but they're not. They can easily, very easily slip those right over their head and make an exit. But it's a choice. It's a choice they have to make. And came out was the Four of Cups in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is sudden awareness. This is deciding to choose happiness. This way, it's more of an energy of regret, thinking hard, kind of being withdrawn. In the reverse, this is very much an energy of choosing happiness, choosing happiness, choosing happiness, choosing to live your life in an energy of gratitude. Right? Seeking gratitude, searching for things to be grateful for, and then living in that energy of gratitude. This is disharmony. This is being around people, being around things, being engaged in projects, events, behaviors that do not make you feel like you are moving in the right direction. The Three of Pentacles in upright is about like belonging to a group, belonging somewhere, learning new things that you're going to put into productive, successful use, right? This is about skill work, mastery of skills. In reverse, it's the opposite of all that, right? Mismanagement of skills, not using the skills that you have in the right way. Working alone, being alone. And on the bottom there was the Tower. The Tower. In reverse, personal transformation, possibly a fear of change, restlessness, a total and complete collapse of idea. A stormy, kind of disastrous time. And I think that what this is all saying is you might be going through a time in your life currently where you are feeling a personal transformation. Maybe the new or the full moon has really shaken some things up for you. It has revealed some things to you. And with that revelation, you're able to do the work. You're able to do the shadow work, right? Doing the soul searching, doing the, what am I doing here? Doing the soul searching, doing the shadow work. And you come out the other side with a new revelation, right? The old you is no longer. The Tower shook that up. And now, as we move closer to the new moon again, right? You are challenging yourself. You are challenging yourself in this new era, with this new way of thinking, with this new way of behaving, with a new crowd of people, with a new, the new you that's been created. An old you was destroyed and a new you is being created. Light and dark, you're balancing these aspects of yourself out to become somebody new. As the cycle goes on, right? Everything goes in cycles. The old you is transformed and transmuted and changed into the new you. It was difficult, right? It was hard. There was a lot of thinking. Swords, 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 swords. Tower, tower. I mean, that's hard. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords, 2 towers, the devil, and a partridge in a pear tree. I mean, come on. So I think this is really saying that you are currently going through, or maybe you're continuing on a path of really thinking about habits, thought patterns, behaviors, ways of thinking, people you're hanging out with, right? This is an energy of community and collaboration. In the reverse, this is about being alone. So I think that maybe you've been thinking about, again, the things in your life that are contributing to this shadowy aspect, and you've gained some sort of clarity. Though it's been hard, right? Though it's been hard, you have examined your shadow self and found what has been working and what hasn't been working. And maybe it's been hard to let go of these people, places, and things because they've been a part of your life for so long. But you're realizing it's not working and it's time to give it up. And these thoughts that you're being challenged with, I mean, let's go back to this book. It says it right. It says it. Reject. Where is it? Da-da-da-da. No matter how, oh, there it is. No matter how pleasurable you find the company of others, you need solitude in order to get your head together. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to try to show you. Right there underneath my thumb, it says working alone. Working alone. A lack of teamwork. You need to be doing things on your own. This is a path that you must walk alone. I will heal myself. Walking away. This is an energy of calling you to do the inside shadow work. Here in Moon and Aquarius, you know what you want to do and you must wait. The Two of Swords, waiting, being unable to accept it, stalemate, a truce. This is an energy of being restless, right? You want to get on into actions and projects straight away, but you're forced to bide your time. That was the Moon in Gemini. Don't reject things now, but be ready to bring them out when the time is right. Bringing things out when the time is right. Doing the shadow work. Seeking enlightenment. The messages come to you. This is definitely about moving beyond. Doing the inside work. Making choices that are going to be healthy and right for you. And and not just choices in I'm going to choose this, I'm going to choose that, but like how you think about things, your thought patterns, the habits of your mind. And now that you're changing this, you're opening yourself up to love, compassion, peace, a healing feeling, nurturing feeling, an energy of being much more complete and emotionally stable, choosing happiness, choosing gratitude, being more aligned, having happiness, having the Ten of Cups, divine love, harmony, not taking shortcuts, but doing the work so that you don't shortcut through projects and leave things incomplete, but you do the work, you go through the cycles, and you learn all of the lessons that are here for us to take with us as we go down our pathway. This is very much about addressing and destroying bad thinking habits, transforming your mind, not just in how you think on day to day, but how you think about yourself, about what you deserve in life, about how you treat others, about the people you let in your life. Because if you're out here and you be letting the wrong people in your life, I promise you, it's downhill from there, baby. Because you can be linked up with some people that have you thinking some fucked up shit about yourself. You know? You let the wrong person in your life, they're going to be telling you all kinds of whack ass shit. And if you hear it long enough, you tend to believe it. You tend to believe it. That's what, you know, in the youth programming field, that's why we say, you know, you're not a bad kid. You made a bad choice. Oh, don't be bad. Don't be bad. No. Don't make the bad choice. You're not a bad person. You've done bad things. Changing how you think, you know. And personally, like when I was a kid, you know, and my parents weren't bad people or anything, but they weren't child development specialists. Like, that's my background. I went to school for that, right? But it was always, you know, why are you acting so bad? Why are you acting so bad? Ooh, you so bad. And it's like, you know, I'm not bad. I made some bad choices. You know, I used to set things on fire. I took a roll of toilet paper, I snuck it out of my house one time, and I set it on fire in the parking lot, and I got caught, and I got in so much trouble. But that doesn't make me a bad kid. That just makes me doing bad stuff. It doesn't make me a pyromaniac. Just, you know, means that I like, you know, fire. Fire, 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 fire. That's for my Beavis and Butthead folks. But that is the point of that stupid ass story, is that it's about how you think. Your thoughts manifest into reality. So you've been doing the shadow work, or you need to continue doing that shadow work to destroy these bad habits, these bad thoughts, these ineffective ways of thinking and patterns of being, so that you can open yourself up to gratitude, love, emotional stability, compassion, and really being able to open your heart to what, you know, what the universe has in store for you. So we pulled out some oracle cards. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing, right? You're in the flow, you're thinking, you're doing the shadow work. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. Once you start thinking, then you start doing. Once you start doing, then you start being, right? Walk in beauty. The universe is wondrous place, wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. Think beautiful thoughts. Say beautiful things. Dress in nice clothes. Nurture yourself. Start creating habits that make you feel like this wizard guy here. And eventually they will turn into physical manifestations of these smooth sailing, beautiful, wondrous thoughts. Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Especially if you've been engaging in a lot of shadow work, if you're in therapy, if you talk to a counselor, if you do journaling, you know, and you really take it serious and you do the work, you know, that can get a little on the exhausting side. You know, I do a lot of shadow work. I'm very, very much in my mind, and with Libra prominently placed in my chart, I'm always balancing, debating, should this, should that, giving the benefit of the doubt. So there's a lot of thinking and rumination that I get myself into. But if I continue down that path, I become completely exhausted, right? So there's that balance. Yeah, do the shadow work, do the soul searching, do the enlighten, you know, walk down that path of enlightenment. But at the same time, take a minute to relax and reincorporate those thoughts into your life, because it can't be all thinking. But I think this message lined up wonderfully and, you know, speaks really, really, really significant wisdom. It speaks really significant wisdom, not only for individuals who are air signs, which it is important because you can get caught up in your head. You can get really, really caught up in your head as an air sign, or with an air moon. Your emotions are tied to your thoughts. And so taking a minute and really thinking about how you think and making sure that's positive. I think that's going to be important for you guys, especially as we move out of a full moon, which is about emotions coming up, and moving into a new moon, which is also another emotional time. I hope this has provided you with a level of guidance, encouragement. I hope this has given you some insight or advice. I feel really privileged to read for you and be your friendly neighborhood tarot reader. I am going to end it here, but I do want to encourage you to check out my Etsy store. I probably around this time should have some new items in there. This is a example of what like a 30-minute, 40-minute reading would look like, right? Some detail, some explanations. I'm going to be putting more in there that are going to be shorter, more simple readings. So like a 2-card draw, a 3-card draw. Ask one question, get a 10-minute answer, and those will be cheaper in price, but also less detailed. So check out my Etsy store for a variety of opportunities to engage with me and products, and follow me on Instagram. I love you guys so much, and I am sending you peace, love, and blessings, collective. I'll see you back again for the next one. Bye.